Good morning, my dear students. In the last video, I have discussed about some of the cell organelle like vacuoles, Golgi body, not Golgi body, endoplasmic reticulum, okay, ribosomes. So today I will be discussing about some another different cell organelle. Before that, let me conclude from the previous one that vacuoles, whatever you have seen, the outer part of the vacuoles, that was called tonoplast, the outer cell membrane, it was called tonoplast, which was helping in providing rigidity to the cell. Okay, so here you see this. Next is your mitochondria. So in case of mitochondria, this was first discovered or described by Richard Altman. Okay, in 1809, but Carl Benda was the scientist who gave the term mitochondria. Okay, these are small rod-shaped structures. They are found in the large number in the cell. Mitochondria is also known as energy currency of the cell, or the place where energy production will take place, or the ATP synthesis will take place. The reason is the mitochondria is containing different types of enzymes which are responsible for metabolism. The metabolic enzymes, they are present inside mitochondria. So if we will talk about the structure of mitochondria, we will see that this type of structure is there, where we will have in inner membrane, outer membrane, cristae, okay, then intercellular space will be present. These both are cristae. The inner membrane that has in finger like foldings inside the membrane, that will be called as cristae. And here in the cristae, they are having their own DNA materials. Here you will have some DNA materials, and then they will also be having the enzymes for the energy production. Okay, so these cristae are the finger-like projections, and they are also having F1 particles or the oxysomes. F1 particles or the oxysomes. Oxysomes are responsible for the metabolic functions. So they contain only enzymes for the metabolic activities. Okay, so this is all about the mitochondria, and its function is for the energy production. It is only one function is there, that is energy production. Now we will see another type of organelle, that is your Golgi body. So if we talk about Golgi body, its structure that looks like somewhat, it looks like this. This is the structure of Golgi body, where you have this two will be called as this will be called as cistern. Okay, so this Golgi body, this was discovered by Camillo Golgi. That's why on his name it is given Golgi body in 1898. Okay. So it is also called Golgi body, Golgi complex, or simply you can tell it as Golgi. So this is responsible for production of different type of essential items or essential things inside the cell. It is a membranous flattened sac, and with vesicles or some vacuoles can also be present inside it. Okay, it has a large number of interconnected subunits that will be called as cisternae. Okay, this is helping in the synthesis of polysaccharides, lipids, and some other materials also, and at the same time they are helping in the formation of cell plates during the cell division. So during cell division, they form the cell plates. Okay, so this is all about the another cell organelle, that is your Golgi body. Now coming on to another one, that is lysosomes. Lysosomes, this was your Golgi. Okay, so lysosomes, these are called the suicidal bag of the cell, because in this case, this is the organelle. If suppose the cell is not functioning properly, or if it is infected by any microorganism, so this cell contains digestive enzyme. The digestive enzyme are responsible for digesting whole of the cell or engulfing whole of the cell, so that it cannot affect another cell. So this is called suicidal bag of cell. So this is suicidal bag of the cell. The functions, first, as I have already told, that is helping in the engulfing of the waste particles of the cell, and at the same time whole cell can also, it can engulf. Okay, this results in cell death. They are against the bacteria and virus, they work in defense, and they are helping in destruction of any foreign particles also. Okay, next we will come to centrosomes. So the centrosomes, they are helping in formation of spindle fibers during cell division. Another one is your centrosomes. Okay, the centrosomes structure is somewhat it is like this. In the bundle like structure, you will have centrosomes. These centrosomes are only present in animal cells, these are absent in the plant cells. Okay, these centrosomes contain a pair of centrioles. These centrioles are responsible for helping in the preparation or making of spindle fibers, which are responsible for pulling the chromosomes apart. So you can say these centrosomes are the part which is responsible for forming the different cells during cell division. So without the spindle fibers, the chromosomes will not be separated apart, and if the chromosomes will not be separated apart, then the cell division will not take place. Okay, or many genetic disorders can happen if the centrosomes will not be present. Okay, so this is the centrosomes. This is helping in formation of cilia and flagella also. Along with this spindle fiber, cilia, flagella is also formed by the centrosomes by forming the basal bodies. So basal bodies are the parts of the cilia and flagella which is containing which are responsible for their functions. Okay, at the time of and it is also providing structure to the cell. So the cell structure is also provided by the centrosomes. Okay, now we will come to another one, that is chloroplast. Chloroplast is another type of cell organelle which is absent in animals but it is present in plants. Chloroplast. So chloroplast, chloros means green and plast refers to plastid. So it is the different in plastid. Okay. So chloroplast, it is present only in plant cells. So here if we will talk, we will have different types of plastid. Plastids was given by A.F.W. Schimfer. A.F.W. S.C.H.I.M.P.E.R. This was the scientist who gave this chloroplast. So chloroplast or plastid are the cell organelles which are responsible for different functions in the plant, and plastids are differentiated into three parts. This is your chloroplast. Then another one is your chromoplast, and next one is your leucoplast. So these three are there. Chloroplast, so the name suggests chloros, so it means green. Plastid, and it is responsible for chlorophyll. It has chlorophyll in them, so it is responsible for photosynthesis. So it will be green color, imparting green color to the leaf. Now next is chromoplast. Chromos means color. So except the green color, any other color it will contain. So it is responsible for coloring the fruits and vegetable fruits, and at the same time flowers also it can color. and leucoplast. Leuco means white, and leucoplast, that is the white plastic, and it is responsible for the storage of carbohydrates, fats, or some any amino acids. So it can store. Only storage plastic is there. Its function is storage. Now if we will come to the function, or you can see chloroplast, which is generally studied. So this type of structure you can see, they will have stalks like structure, and these are interconnected. Okay, so these are stalk like structures. One will be called as thylakoid, and whole this stalk is known as, this is grana, and here you can see stroma. Stroma is the place where everything will be floating just like a jelly like material. It is stroma. Then you have thylakoid, one pile is known as thylakoid. It will be containing the chlorophyll. Then it will have the whole stack is known as grana. So this is the, and stroma lamellae. Lamellae is also there, which contains this part which is making the, giving it a particular structure. Thylakoid is also there. Then some DNA will be also present over here. Okay. So as a whole, plastic, there are three types: chloroplast, chromoplast, leucoplast, and these are helping in different types of functions. Okay. So in the next video, so till here I am telling, stopping in this video. Next video I will be discussing some one or two more is left. That one I will discuss in the next video.